You're listening to Beloit Podcast.
On this episode, we meet Joel Brockwell, vocalist for Switch Track Alley. I asked Joel to meet me at West Grand Avenue Pub. West Grand Avenue Pub. Heard of it before?
Nope, just Grand Avenue Pub.
West Grand Avenue Pub does not exist. Luckily, we both found the right location. In this episode, Joel and I discuss his son, producer and musician Colin Brockwell. We also talk about Hamilton Loomis, James Carrat. We hear some of Joel's personal history with music, and I asked him about playing local venues. All sorts of musical legends from Beloit are mentioned in this episode, and it sounds like you can catch them at the Grand Avenue Pub quite often. Speaking of upcoming gigs, you can catch Joel and Switch Track Alley Saturday, February 24th, 9 p.m. at Grand Avenue Pub in downtown Beloit. Also, February 3rd, 8 p.m. at Thirsty Badger in Beloit. All right, here's our interview with Joel Brockwell. Hope you enjoy.
Just so you know, we are the Switch Track Alley Band. Son,
Colin. Yeah. I don't know him personally.
I just left him right now. He's working at Planet Fitness right now.
I have like two of his tracks that I try to share on our radio station.
Do you know what they are?
Wave and Other Side.
My Other Side.
My Other Side.
The Waves is not his, though. He just redid that one. In fact, I took him his mail. He took his mail at my house. And he got something from ASCAP. He's distributed ASCAP now, so everything on iTunes and that, whatever, he gets money from all that. The 14th, when we did that show here with Hamilton Loomis, it was amazing, man. The other thing that's happening is he's coming back in April. He's doing a harmonica clinic at Beloit Music in Janesville for 2 days. He's doing two in Wisconsin, one up by La Crosse and one down here. Then I'm helping promote it and everything, because he's going to stay at my house whenever he comes back. So we struck up a pretty good friendship and all that. So he's from Texas.
Okay.
But man, if you never listen to his music, you need to. So he's a guy that, he's 42 years old, and when he was a kid, he's from Texas, and his mom took him to see Bo Diddley. And he had a guitar they wanted Bo Diddley to sign, so when they had the intermission, the guys took it, he went backstage there to get it signed, and wanted him to play for him, so he did. So he played, and then whenever the show started again, called him up to play with him when he was 16 years old. He's amazing, and I saw him in Rockford last June, it was, and I told him, I said, my band does a couple of your songs, because we did, He told me, he said, which one? So I told him, and when they started playing, he made me come up and sing all that. Well, it went really well, so he said, why don't we do a show together? So 6 months later, we did,
That's pretty sweet.
And it was really successful, So he's coming back again in the summertime. Just got a lot going on, man. I'm on the James Carrat project, which we're doing a CD release party here the 24th of March, and also they're going to debut the video of my song on that night too. So.
What's the name of the track on that one?
Jackson Street Pub.
Everybody's on that project, and there's a lot of local musicians.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. There's two musicians from Nashville that are on it, but everybody else is pretty much local or used to live here. Like there's a couple that live in Kentucky that are on it that moved from here to found it. It's pretty amazing, man. It's being played on like 580,000 locations around the world, And now we're already started on volume 2 already too. So
sounds legendary.
It is. It's something nobody's ever done. And now he's been asked to help someone else produce a local album or a local record too. So that just happened this week. I'll tell you something that you could push if you wanted to. First time it's ever going to happen, and that's on March 25th, Sunday. It's going to be a singer-songwriter performance here. Something that Matt Goodwin put together. So it's going to be Matt Goodwin, Kim Dopp, who's one of the owner's wife here. She sings in the Vinyl Days. Teresa Sweatland, and me. We're going to be here on a Sunday afternoon. We're going to do all original songs. That's something that's brand new. No one's ever done that in town here before that we know of. So it's been done other places, but not in town here. So it's going to be the first time. It's Matt's idea, so that's what we're doing.
Matt's the guy who keeps calling me down here.
Yeah, him and I are real good friends, Matt. He does a thing on Thursday nights normally with Glenn, but Big Mac that's here on Tuesday nights, hog tied to the Misfit. him and Matt go way back, played in bands forever. But they do probably 80% original music, and it's really unique. Probably the best kept secret in town. And they hardly ever, it's funny because it's Tuesday night, it starts at 8 o'clock. That's what it is. Tuesday night there's only 14 people here, which is, to me, is just sick. A ton of people around town here that are really, really talented. I will tell you another, I would call it an event. It's on April 7th, which is a Saturday here. The Blacktop Kings are coming here to play and debut their album. And two guys in that band are from Beloit originally, Jeff Mitchell and Kevin Rand. Both those guys are from town here. They live in Milwaukee now, but that'll be a huge, huge show too. So
I usually ask people how far back they go with music in the area, when music came into your life, and where that road crosses with Beloit.
I think you're going to be surprised. The first band I ever played in was in 1967, because I'm 63 years old. So it's called The Shadows of Doubt. And I lived on the outskirts of Beloit then. But I mean, I went to Beloit grade schools and the whole thing. And I want to say that was a rock and roll band back then. To think of what 1967 was like, And I progressed from there. I actually started doing country music. Played with a group called the Blue Country for a long time. Actually had a radio show in Rockford, WLUV-FM, on Sundays there for about a year. I mean, I've been doing things my whole life. I mean, I even did a karaoke show for 10 years,
It's pretty cool.
I did. I still actually have all this stuff at my house. But, at one point in time, I was out of a job, and I knew people, and I went to the bank, and the guy I dealt with, and I told him, I said, I need to buy this equipment because this is what I want to do. And I didn't have a job, and he gave me the money. And of course, I paid it back. Everything went well. I made more money probably doing karaoke music than I did anything, because that was something I did 5 to 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
It was real stuff, man. But then after a certain amount of time, I had to get insurance for my kids, So I gave it up, went to work for Wonder Bread. I've been intermittently a songwriter and doing things here and there, and then finally, after I was disabled, I got injured and had to retire. So I actually had time to do it, because I had broken my neck back in 2010. And it took me about 5 years to come out of that before I could really do any music at all, because there was just too much to that, physically, mentally, the whole thing. So when I finally got to that point, a friend of mine that's in my band now, Tom Carlson, we've known each other for about 28 years. And 28 years ago, he said, we should start a band. And well, we never did until 2.5 years ago. So
it's pretty amazing.
It is, and it's been very successful. I mean, I think we found what we've been trying to find the whole time since we started with Switch Track Alley. So it's just been kind of a smooth ride now. I mean, we're just gaining, because it's fairly new, because we've got John Camilleri playing keyboards now with us, and we never had that before. So we've got a whole different sound, a whole different style, which we were trying to find in the beginning. We played a lot of classic rock with 2 guitar players and everything else, and everybody does classic rock. So it's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to do more rhythm and blues, soulful type of stuff, So that's what I like. So far, it's been a blast.
What's your musical weapon of choice?
My voice. How about that?
So
I'm
that's
not much of a guitar player.
No?
I can play, and I do play, but if I had to just go say I'm going to go play guitar in this band, that would probably never happen because I can't play that well.
But vocals, you
That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. I'm the front guy, I always tell everybody I'm the fat guy, bald fat guy up front. So, and I've always been real good with people. I was a salesman, for a lot of years, so I do all the business for the band. I get all the work, which makes it easy for the other guys. They really like that. So I pretty much know just about everybody that's out here, at least in our general area. I know a lot of people from Janesville, just from being around here, forever. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people from Rockford. I've met a lot of people with this James Correct thing that I never knew that are now we're friends. So that's a good thing too. But I don't say I go out. I try to support other people because they support me. And that's what it's all about. But if we all support each other, we'll all have some place to play. If you don't do that, then none of us have a place to play. So that's kind of the whole premise behind it. Just support everybody that you can, and hopefully they'll do the same for you. And so far it's been pretty good. So. And that's why I think if you look at the Beloit music scene as a comparison, just for instance to Janesville, there's no comparison. Twice the size of the city up there, and they have maybe a third, if that, of the music entertainment that we have down here. They have lots of great musicians that play up there. I just don't understand it.
Do you have any places you like playing from Rockford, Janesville, or Beloit?
Well, we like playing Thirsty Badger, just because it's kind of up close and personal. People are close to you. You know what I mean? It's kind of a more intimate setting.
Yeah.
It's not ideal for a band, but they've made it work, and the people support the place really well. So I don't know, but we play there Saturdays.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's a good place. We've played a lot of different places. We played at Mustangs a lot, which they've kind of changed over and doing a lot of DJ stuff down there now. And so they have a younger crowd, which I think the music that we play is more of a, mid-age crowd, that likes what we like. Actually going to do a bike night down there this summer, which is outside. So, no, there's a lot of good places. The Tavern has a decent place over there. Daddy does a nice job. It's just, each place has their own type of crowd, and some places they think we're a good band, but they just don't they're not into what we do. That's all there is to it. That's pretty simple there. But there's just a lot of things. Like I said, I like the outdoor venue, the Harrymore thing that they do. That's nice. We've never played there yet. Been trying to get there, but there's a lot of good stuff going on. It's like I said, it's just people supporting it, and then you have to have somebody behind it that's putting it together. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. The last question I usually ask everybody is where people can follow you on the web and keep up with you, all your updates, everything.
Well, everything's on Facebook. The Switch Track Alley page, my name, Joel Brockwell, is on there, and I share everything with that. That's pretty much it, And I actually was on WCLO here a couple weeks before the Hamilton Loomis show and supporting that. And I'm actually going to go back on again. Matt Goodwin and I both are going on to talk about the singer-songwriter thing that we're doing on March 25th. So we just take advantage of everything we can, and pump the social media out there.
Yep.
It's about all you can do, and just do everything you possibly can, put it out there, and hopefully people show up, That's all there is to it.